So let's see some application of total internal reflection. How do we use it in our daily life? Firstly is the total reflecting prism. So let's calculate the critical angle of the glass here. So we found that the critical angle is about 41.8 something. And we should aware when the angle of incidence is larger than the critical angle, we have total internal reflection. So the prism can actually act like a mirror. Let's consider the light ray goes directly to the glass block like this. This glass block is a typical 45-90-45 glass block. So the integral incident here is luckily equal to 45. So the I is larger than C with total internal reflection, and the light will go out in this way. We can have another orientation of the glass block. Also the 45-90-45 glass block. So what is the angle of incidence here? It will just equal to 45 in this case. So the light will go downward, and once again the I is also 45. So the light will reflect it again. So the prism can form like a mirror. Here are some examples of using total internal reflecting prism. So you can sketch the diagram by yourself. Here, you can see how the light ray travel. The prism is act like a reflector, so the light will keep on reflecting to the eye. So similarly, for the lower light ray, will reflect in this way. So you can see that the prism is act like the mirror in this case. And it can also be used in the periscope. When the lights go to it, it will reflect and then reflect again and go to the eye. Then, why bother? We use a prism, we can have the mirror to do the reflection. What is the advantage of prism above the mirror? So you can see that in the figure on the right hand side, it is a mirror. When the light goes to the mirror, ideally, we will expect it to be reflected by the metal side. However, besides the metal, the glass itself will always also reflect the light. So here, you will see that two reflection occurs here. We call it multiple reflection. But for the prism, we won't have the multiple reflection. So no multiple reflection occur is a very important advantage of the reflecting prism. And the image will also be brighter and clearer. The other application is about diamond cutting. Diamond has a very large refractive index. How large it is? Let me give you a typical value, it's about 2.42. So the critical angle will be very small. How small it is? We can try the calculation by using the sine c equals to 1 over n. So we can see that the c is just 20 something. So the total interaction occurs very easy. So for the same shape of glass and diamond, for the glass, for the same orientation, because the critical angle is not that small, the light may go out and leave the glass. But for a diamond, there may be total internal reflection, so the light can go back and go to the observer eyes. So that's why when we observe diamond, it's usually more sparkling. But the cutting is also important. If we cut too shallow or too deep, the light will go down and will not get total internal reflection. So diamond cutting is a very important work. The last one is the optical fiber. So the optical fiber, we use it for the light to transmit from one end to the other end without much energy loss. So in the figure, you can see how the light gets totally internally reflected in this way. What's the application of the optical fiber? So one use is the endoscope, and the other use is the telecommunication. Usually nowadays, we get online by using the optical fiber. What are the advantages of using optical fiber compared with the copper cables for telecommunications? Firstly, it will have low energy loss, and it can carry more information. And the optical fiber are more light and thinner. But please aware, we should not say that it gets faster, because the signal travel is also in the speed of light in both optical fiber and copper cables.